Hey everybody, Shane Presley here, Rock Paper Podcast. Thank you so much for tuning in to another brand new episode. Very excited about today's episode with Hunter Peebles and the Moonlighters. Had a great time hanging with these guys, all good friends of the show, but they recently started a brand new project and we're going to sit down and talk all about it, and hope you enjoy it. You're going to get a little sneak peek of their brand new EP coming out real soon. And they got some big shows we want to talk about. I do want to remind you, as always, Rock Paper Podcast is brought to you by Friendship Brewing Company in Wentzville, Missouri. Serving up all your craft beer needs. Over 25 rotating taps over there. All kinds of delicious beverages, great food. You got burgers, nachos, flatbread, pizzas, and all the tasty bar eats over there. And you can enjoy some live music happening. You can come by this week on Wednesday night, the 22nd. They're doing Singo Bingo. They'll be closed for Thanksgiving and back open on Friday with Josh Liddig at the Pittman location there in Wentzville. And on Saturday, November 25th, you got Buddy and Whistle there. And over the summer, you've been talking all about it, but over the summer, they launched their brand new location in Flint Hill, Missouri, just outside of Wentzville. And another great opportunity to come out and see what is happening at Friendship Brewing Company. You got your same great beers, but an all-new dining experience in the Fly High Kitchen. They've also got live music happening out there. And this weekend you can catch Robbie Bertlow out there at Flint Hill and Corey Clapper there on Saturday, November 25th. You can find full calendar, beer menu, food menu, and concert calendar, everything else at friendshipbrewingcompany.com. Get plugged in with them on Facebook and Instagram. And keep an eye out for a brand new location coming soon to Hannibal, Missouri area. If you got some friends in Hannibal area, tell them to check out Friendship Brewing Company. And if you can't stick around, you can always take it to go. Take it to Thanksgiving this year. Enjoy it with some friends and family. You can always got the cans to go. And all kinds of options over there. You can also come by, check out their new holiday flights they're doing out there. A lot of cool things happening. Also, for the holidays, Friendship Brewing Company is a toy donation for the Toys for Tots drive. So if you have a toy, you can donate an unwrapped brand new toy and receive a free beer. So great deal. Help kids and you get free beer out of it. So win-win for everybody. Again, friendshipbrewingcompany.com for all the details. If you need me, you can always find me at rockpaperpodcast.com. Hit me up on the socials. Email me, rockpaperpodcast@gmail.com. I would love to hear from you. And with that out of the way, sit back, relax, and enjoy a brand new episode with Hunter Peebles and the Moonlighters.
Podcast is kind of like it's like a radio show that's not on the radio. It's on the internet. Does that make sense? Uh-huh. Yeah. That's also like my mom. It makes it sound more confusing, doesn't it? It sounds like this.
Hey, you're listening to Rock Paper Podcasts, and this is Hunter Peebles and the Moonlighters. Solid.
Rock Paper Podcast.
Scissors beat paper, paper covers rock. Rock beats scissors, Shane covers non-stop. Never know what new kind of guest that he's got coming at you. Live and direct on the spot. Could be rock, folk, country, or hip-hop, jazz. All kind of folks that he has. Could be an artist or a comedian to make you laugh on the
Rock Paper Podcast.
double-decker fudge round, rolling round town. Shane coming at you live and direct from ground zero. He's your hero, he's your bestie. Rock Paper Podcast with Shane Presley.
Rock Rock Paper Podcast.
Hey, everybody. Shane Presley here, Rock Paper Podcast, coming to you from St. Louis, Missouri. Hanging out tonight with Hunter Peebles and the Moonlighters. Welcome to the show, guys.
What's up?
What up?
This is I should say, I guess, welcome back. Everybody is a returning guest. Though this is the first time as this configuration. So first time the Moonlighters are on the show, which is super exciting for me to be talking about a brand new project. And we got new music and all kinds of fun stuff happening. So, I appreciate you guys doing this, man. It's always a good time.
Absolutely. It's always fun to sit down with you.
Yeah. I love hanging out with you guys and catching up with old friends. That's why I keep doing this show, man.
Yeah.
I think Drew asked earlier, I don't know if I even answered it, but May will be 10 years of Rock Paper Podcast.
10 years.
So,
Great.
creeping up on there. And
Should do a big show for it or something.
yeah, I think I don't know. I haven't quite put anything on paper or whatever, but definitely want to do a big old blowout of some sort. So
that'd be awesome.
But yeah, so we I guess before we get rolling too far, you guys want to go around and say hi, introduce yourselves for those listening.
I'm Hunter Peebles.
AKA Lil Peasy.
Yeah, Lil Peasy. Writing the songs and doing the things, singing the songs.
I'm Matt Maher, and I'm playing pedal steel in this band.
What up? Britton Wood. They call me the Candy Man.
Sweet.
Playing bass because I'm so sweet.
Drew Lance, I'm playing drums and
Rattlesnake.
singing the backup vocals.
And
I'm Rick Wagner.
the Rick Wagner.
Shout out Mark Peebles. And I'm playing the guitar.
Yeah, man. This is like I said, this is cool. I'm glad to be here with you guys. Obviously been friends with you guys for a long time, but first got introduced to the group at your recent appearance at Joe's Cafe, and I got to watch it all live and in person. And man, that was such a fun night. I was full of a bunch of friends and great music all night long, and it was just cool to see. I'd heard about you guys, working on some things, but I finally get to see like the polished project, as it all came together. So that was an incredible night, and
It's a great venue to get to play.
yeah,
Something we were looking forward to for a long time. And
Yeah.
it was everything and more.
For the first ticketed event, I think it was the best option we could have had. We really lucked out getting into there and getting in there that quick.
Yeah.
Being this young of a group,
yeah. That's it's definitely I feel like a milestone type of thing. Like
Yeah.
a lot of people really. John does a great job booking that room, and so it's
Absolutely.
there's definitely a level of to even be asked to play there.
Like
so
prestige.
yeah, right.
We were
But-
lucky to be able to get in as quickly as we did because we've only started this band back in March.
Right.
And,
It's crazy to think about, but yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
It's like-
he really trusted me. I had to ask him. I asked him 3 times. And he said no twice.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and I just asked him a 3rd time, and I mean he was so gracious to have said yes at all, but I definitely, he'll tell you himself, I had to work for it.
Sure.
I had to work for that one.
I think he was pleased with the result.
He was.
Yeah.
We were too. It was such a great night.
Absolutely.
All around.
Yeah, such a cool room. Like the whole idea behind it. Definitely one of my favorites in town. I love the idea of more of a listening room experience, and I wish we had a little bit more of that in town. So
Definitely.
but especially with these songs that you guys are playing. I mean, now you guys do get a little rowdy, but it's a little more. Some of it's a little more slower, and I love that we can listen to the lyrics and really get into these songs and stuff. So, so that's what I mean. It worked perfectly in that room for sure. Like
Definitely.
And
Gets the point across.
Yeah. And we got some cool live video that you guys.
Yeah, we had Andrew Steven do some video for us. He did a fantastic job, and we had Nathan Graham record all of the audio into a board and mix and master that for us. And we put out a video of what our single is going to be, The Way I Do. That was like early October.
Mm-hmm.
So we put that video out, and it's been pretty instrumental for us booking shows from here on out.
Yeah, right. I thought that was, really a great idea to capitalize on the opportunity of playing that gig.
Yeah, it was cool capturing the show there specifically and getting just all those angles and getting some
a great room to record
audio
in too.
Yeah.
Such a cool room visually, and we sold it out, so there was plenty of bodies that you could see. You know, it was just the perfect storm.
Right.
For a good video.
And it's working because you guys are hitting the road here and this fall and going into winter. And so, which is exciting to get to spread the word around the greater Midwest and everything. So
definitely.
But yeah, let's go back a bit. Like you mentioned, the band started in March or so. Obviously you guys have all been friends and things, but how does the conversation come up to form this group then?
I've kind of been playing gigs off and on with Matt, Britton, and Rick over the last 2 or 3 years. Been playing together, and we've always, Matt especially has been like, hey, if you want to start this band, we can do this. And I've always just kind of drug my feet with it, and I didn't have as many songs written as I wanted to fully commit to a whole project, and I was also just didn't know what to do, and then I just ended up writing a whole bunch of new songs. And then in the last year, I started playing gigs with Drew. He was really the missing piece because I didn't really have any other percussionist that I was playing with regularly that I was comfortable with. And I started playing gigs with Drew, and it clicked so quick because great singer and drummer. It was just so easy. And in March, Chad up at Venice asked me if I wanted to cover, I think it was a Wednesday night. It'd be my first night of my own at Venice, not opening or anything. I was like, oh, well, what if I just did it with a whole band? And so I reached out to all these guys, and they were all available, and we had 2 rehearsals, I think. And by then we were all just hey, this works really well.
What I predicted was true. Hunter had a good band behind him that we could do something pretty cool. So
right,
yeah, we've been playing gigs together for a long time and just going out and just winging them. Playing whatever songs Hunter wanted to call or we wanted to call, and all of me, Britton, and Rick played in a group together for a long time, and so we'd go out and play those gigs, and we'd be in the car on the way home, and I'd be like, so. Are we all going to acknowledge how good this is without really trying? Let's try a bit and see if we can make something work here. So,
but it was just Hunter Peebles band for a while.
Yeah, for a little while. We I like the idea of having an actual band name, but there was nothing that came to me immediately. So we just kind of went by Hunter Peebles Band, and I don't really like the ring of that. I don't really like just the name with the band at the end, especially if I'm already an established thing. But we just kind of wrote it out and kept just suggesting names, and I think it was right before the Joe's Cafe show. Mm-hmm. I was just texting the group chat being what do you guys think about the name Moonlighters? Because obviously we all work other jobs and are playing in other bands all the time. Mm-hmm. So it's that kind of idea of burning the candle at both ends idea was floating in my head. Yeah. And there's lots of cool merch idea opportunities when you incorporate something like a moon. Yeah. So threw that in, we all agreed on it, and was well, let's just run with this. Sounds pretty good.
Yeah.
Kind of symbolic.
Yeah. Also that... going into that Joe's show, you got to debut the official band name on the drum hit, the kick drum.
Shout out to Marsha Schrader at Gypsy Farm Creations. Yeah. Marsha Schrader at Gypsy Farm Creations. She is doing some phenomenal work with
she can customize
seamstress.
about anything.
Right.
It all started
It's really cool.
with her like doing modifications on people's clothes, and then I came and was like, hey, what if you made me a guitar strap out of my old blue jeans? And so she did, and I loved it, and now she's doing that. And I think it was you that came to her with the idea of customizing a drum head with jeans.
Now she's done 3 for me.
Yeah.
Three Marcia kick drums.
Out of Hunter's
She made a
blue
strap
jeans.
for Britain.
Out of Hunter's blue jeans.
A couple different shirts for you.
Yeah, I have
You got the
3
rip-off
customized
jeans.
shirts.
I've got the
from
rip-off.
Mark.
He's got the rip-off jeans.
I've got the
She made a guitar strap for my dad.
I forgot
I've
about
got
that.
the cock pocket too.
The breakaway jeans are my favorite.
They're fantastic.
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
I wore them one time and they immediately got me in trouble.
We didn't know that was going to happen.
Me too.
They got me and Britain in trouble.
Yeah.
Why wasn't that the band name Cock Pocket?
Oh, man.
It was taken by another band in Indiana.
Sure.
Yeah, would you believe it? It wasn't Googled.
We don't play enough rockabilly.
Yeah.
Cock pocket.
All right, we're on to something here.
Hang on, let me add that to my notes.
Well, yeah. So everything's coming together nicely, man. We got everything just kind of falling into place, right?
Yeah, we've just been really good about maintaining our grind on stuff with booking studio time, rehearsing at least once a week, booking stuff, and everybody just delegating responsibilities and just always having something in the works.
Saving money.
Saving, that's
We're
been
making
huge.
money, saving money.
Right.
It's all worked out really quicker than most other projects I've ever been a part of, and I think it's just due to really being focused and excited about what's going on here. You know.
Yeah. And I think like I sorry, go.
I was just gonna say, like, what's really crazy is like all of us wake up like before 7 a.m.
So
So,
the
like,
band chat is popping.
yeah.
between
So
7
we get
and 9 a.m.
so much work done, like right, like before 10 o'clock a.m.
You're right. I think there's something to be said for that, because that's like we're waking up and it's on our mind.
Right.
Right.
Yeah, it's got to be.
Yeah, I've
good.
always loved that.
Yeah, but I just I kind of what Matt was saying earlier, like obviously all of us saw it for a long time that Hunter is a great singer and songwriter, and
He can sing in any key.
Any of them.
It's in the bio.
That's actually a great idea.
He can sing in any key.
but having this supporting cast, like to really lift these songs up and make them their full potential, like it's really exciting, and we are gearing up really soon to be able to hear what you guys can do. We're working on this EP coming out real soon
This month.
and we got the first single due out November 15th, and let's talk about this song.
This one, I was on a big Don Williams kick, and I was sitting on the foot of my bed looking out the front door at the apartment I was in at the time, and I just was thinking about how bad I wanted to be on the road and playing gigs. It's something I've always wanted to do. This song just kind of came together. It's called The Way I Do, and it just kind of talks about having to go out and travel.
I don't know why I act the way I do. Like I ain't got a single thing to lose. Every day's another battle in my mind. Feeling like I'm running out of time. There's places that I'd love to go and see. Mountain tops and crystal clear blue seas. Scenes of beauty, visions of you and me, occupying all of our dream vacancy. But when the highway catches up with me, I saddle up my steed but alcohol and speed. Chasing rainbows overhead, outrunning memories. But I always come right back to me and you. And I don't know why I act the way I do. I know it's only your heart that I break, and I know there's only so much you can take. Maybe your love will be enough to make me change, but till then I guess I'll always be this way. When the highway catches up with me, I saddle up my steed, and we don't run on nothing but alcohol and speed. Chasing rainbows overhead, outrunning memories. But I always come right back to me and you. And I don't know why I act the way I do. When the highway catches up with me, I saddle up my steed. We don't run on nothing but alcohol and speed. Chasing rainbows overhead, outrunning memories. But I always come right back to me and you. And I don't know why I act the way I do. I guess I've always been play the fool, and I don't know why I act the way I do.
And then you're going to get a little taste of that, like I said, with going on this run coming up. So would this be your first?
First single release as this group.
Right, but I mean, like as the touring wise, are you gonna is this be your first taste of it, or are you as a
band? Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But
Britton and I played up at Rose Bowl, just the two of us. But this will be at the end of the month or beginning December will be the first time the entire band will be able to go out together, which I'm super stoked about.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah, you guys load up in the van and
one of them
hit the open road
options.
That's what's nice about this one too. Is like everybody's got
most options I've ever seen for a band. That's usually a stopper.
Right.
That's
Yeah,
not
right.
A stopper.
It's plentiful.
Yeah.
I was like putting ad listings of like vans for sale into the chat, and Matt was like, "Dude, why are you doing that? We have like 2 vans. You don't need to get a
That's
van."
actually why he hired me in Britain.
Yeah.
Options.
Yeah, it's gotten to the point where playing in so many bands where I'm like, now I have my rankings of vans and what van I like to sleep in, what van I like to play video games in. It's like, it's like, where are we going? Okay, well, now I have a preference on the van that we're taking. It's gotten to that point, so.
Yeah. Not a bad
I
place
got
to
to get
be.
some games in Rhonda.
Will you'll be able to hear a lot more of this EP on by the end of the month, right?
That's right. November 30th is when we're trying to get the rest of it out.
Somewhere real soon coming out. So, but that'll hold you over for a bit till we get the rest of it. But all this this collection of songs you said recorded right here in St. Louis at Bat Buddha.
That's right. With Zach Gibbons behind the board. He does a great job.
Hey, bad dude.
Yeah, fantastic
Knows what he's
engineer.
doing for sure.
What a sweetheart.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Just
a good boy.
He pulls off those neck tats so well.
Yeah, he's been a great friend for a long time, man. Long before we even really started becoming friends through, the of most recent years, but I got to see him play shows with groups long before, I knew of him, but we weren't friends.
Like
really.
the Cave of Swords days.
With the Leopard, and stuff.
Right
and then he was, I think he was doing some solo shows for a while and stuff. But yeah, I mean, so anyway, it's just cool to now become real good friends with him and getting to. He's and Fat Buddha's been good friends of the show too. They've allowed me to sit over there and record sometimes, and so I'm grateful for the opportunities that my friends allow me to do cool stuff. So
yeah, well, you do some cool stuff yourself.
I try. So we go support you for your next recording needs. Head over to Fat Buddha.
Could do a lot worse, that's for sure.
Yeah. That. So what else can we expect on this this collection of songs? Like you said, it's an EP. So what are we looking? 5 songs or?
It'll be 4 total.
4 total.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we're actually going back in January to Fat Buddha, record about 5 more, maybe 6.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we'll end up with about a full length here over the course of a year or so, I think. But we wanted to get some out because we were just kind of like, well, we have these. We really are confident with them. We can get in the studio now and kind of keep us motivated to keep putting out music. I feel like it's such a hard thing to do as a band. I think that's one thing people totally don't understand is
you're right.
How much time and effort and energy it takes to put out music and good music at that, and to take the time and care. So it's like, we kind of are like, well, if we go in there and we just do 4 and we really figure out what we're doing, none of us are new at.
We had been a band for less than 2 months.
Right, but we're new at this band, so it was very much like, let's tackle this and kind of get into it now.
Quality over quantity.
Yeah, and plus, I think with the direction of music nowadays, it's a lot better for artists to have collections of songs released over a period of time versus like a big bunch of songs and then like a bunch of dead space and then maybe more later on. Like this way we can kind of continue our releases.
Right.
You live in that
by releasing a little bit at a time.
Yeah, and like people who listen and like us, like they get to grow with us.
Right.
As we
and you
continue
stoke
to
the
release.
algorithm. I mean,
that's right.
Like Spotify and all that
Stroking.
rewards releases. Yeah.
Obviously stroking.
Got to stroke that algorithm. It's important though. It really is. You'll end up on more playlists and stuff. Like it will favor artists that are doing more frequent releases. Just
Absolutely.
like same thing with social media. Like if you're posting frequently, you're probably going to end up on for you pages, and other people that wouldn't normally see you will see you. And that's kind of what we're going for. Because I mean, we believe in the songs. We think that if enough people hear them, that it might get a little bit of traction.
Yeah.
The first song you ever wrote was stuck in my head all day today.
Yeah, Drifter.
Born to Be.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I was jamming it all day today too. Man.
And that EP was recorded by none other than Rick Wagner.
Thanks. I was going for a different song. We'll say it off air. I don't know.
Okay, we'll definitely say it off air now that we.
I might have the 2 songs chronologically mixed up.
Buzzing.
No. No, I shouldn't have said anything.
Yeah.
That was dumb.
Oh, I mean, you would know the first song I ever wrote better than I would, right?
I don't know.
That
Ricky knows me so well.
that song is great, man. Drifter is. I'm with Britton. I was listening to it a bunch today. Getting. Especially I had a pretty good little drive out here, so I put the EP on and the original EP and gave it a refresh listen. And but yeah, that's as that hook comes in, it's definitely gets stuck in your head.
That EP might have been the thing that kind of brought all of us together. Because I don't
that's
know.
true.
Because I know we had you guys playing on a handful of the tunes.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't
Britton
know
for sure played on at least 2 of them.
Yep.
And I don't know if
When was that? What year? Did
that was like 4 years ago.
It was right
3 years
before
ago?
COVID.
Yeah.
We started recording it, I think, 2019.
Yeah, because I remember we sent the drums to songwriting man to Zach, and he was like quarantined at Fat Buddha, and he put down like the best sounding drums I've ever heard in my life to that. And he's just like, and like, that's how it was. You just email stuff back and forth. And that was
a
cool.
wild time.
Yeah. Yep. Well, you like I said, we got the EP due out real soon. You can find more from the group on your socials, Facebook and Instagram.
We just built a link tree today.
Yeah.
So it's got all that info on there. You can find everything in one place.
Nice.
Fun, convenient place.
And we got YouTube, like you said, got the live video up there on YouTube,
That's right?
And then the official, you got official website there too, right?
Yes, we do. We HP and the Moonlighters.
I think it's
Or HPMoonlighters.com.
Yeah, and I'll link it all up in the
yes.
in the description and stuff too, so make it easy to find for everybody. But yeah, get plugged in, and hopefully, if you are not in the St. Louis area, these guys will be coming to a town near you very soon. But kicking off this tour, you guys have a big show here in St. Louis on November 25th at the Focal Point. Another fantastic listening room experience over there for sure. Yeah. So,
and another one that we had to ask over and over to get into.
Yeah.
Because all these rooms, it's because, you know, they are the way they are because they're so special to see shows at. And, you know, we had to ask 3 or 4 times, but we got it.
Nice. So yeah, come over to the Focal Point. Tickets available right now for while they last. Like I said, he sold out Joe's Cafe. I'm sure it'll be a repeat. So let's sell out Focal Point too.
Yeah, one of the better listening rooms you can find in the city for sure.
I swore I wouldn't love you, and I did the best that I could do. These days I can't help but see you in the shining light of yesterday. I go out in the morning walking, looking at all the people making rounds. They're working, driving, talking, carrying on in ways that they know how. day.
I did a show there. 21. They were doing like the COVID stuff was still kind of weird, and then but they opened it up enough to where they were doing like parking lot shows, like on a flatbed in the back parking lot, and we did like it was the first time I got to like revive the songwriter showcase like for a night, and we did one over there with Anthony Russo, Karen Choi, Nick Gussman, and I brought in my friend Andy Sido who was living in Denver at the time. Now he just moved to Nashville, and so that was cool. Like it was exciting for me to get my first Focal Point show together too. So and especially with that lineup, it was it was a good night for sure. I'm with you. I know how it feels. It gets exciting to that it actually work and you get to see your name on the bill and stuff, and you get
I'm super excited.
The poster and everything.
Yeah.
Yep. I guess we could answer because I saw Anthony had a question.
Yeah.
On the Facebook.
Yeah, I think he. Shout out to Anthony Russo. He wrote in wondering about the songwriting and maybe getting a bill together. So
whether you do it or whether we all do.
Yeah.
Right.
My answer was yes. Like we absolutely take and just write, around some of Hunter's songs and give our input, and it totally changes the course of the song. But also, Rick has written. We have a song that Rick wrote with Hunter alone. We have a song that we're about to workshop that Matt brought to the table.
Yeah, we are.
We've talked about doing some of my tunes, so we absolutely have like just we're all trying to put our heads together.
Yeah.
And write together.
Absolutely.
Well, that's like really, I think what sets this group apart is you can all sing, and you're like all songwriters. You all contribute. It's like it's more of a collective, than So it's like it's really cool to, I know you guys can all put your own, put your own stamp on these songs and stuff. Even if Hunter's the primary songwriter and stuff, like you're all going to bring your own flair to it and make it sound like a Moonlighter song. So
yeah, elevates everything.
Yeah. So I can't wait for the when you guys do some more. I think some more vocal harmonies and stuff, all that kind of stuff. That would be cool to hear in the sound too. And
definitely, there's space for 3 parts.
Yeah. But that was mentioning some of Drew's songs out too, and like you said, getting to hear you sing lead on a song at Joe's that was cool too. And
Far Away Skies. That's a tune that Hunter has brought to my attention, and I don't know, maybe the rest of the guys, but definitely Dean Johnson wasn't on my radar before I met Hunter, and he sent me that whole album, and I was pretty blown away by it. So to get to take the lead on a song, is great because Hunter's such a phenomenal vocalist, and for him to let me go ahead and sing a song, I think is really cool, and it's a nice,
pretty good too.
It's a nice, it's a nice different aesthetic, for a moment,
sure, in
a show, is the way I look at that. When there's already singing is already happening in this group, so I just I was happy to get to do that for sure.
Yeah, really opens up options as you guys continue to do this, and making a lot more shows and figure out ways to make the show something different, and stuff. Like you guys can really just another tool in the belt kind of thing. So but I'm excited about it. Like I just kind of got me thinking, because like we mentioned Anthony, but I just saw him, Russo and Company, play. They did a nice theater show out in Warrenton at Blue House Theater, and they like kind of were able to utilize some of that too, like where they did a lot of stuff full band, but then the band left the stage for a bit. Anthony did a solo thing, and then he left the stage for the bit, and Gus sang lead on a song. And so it's just like
it's cool.
a lot of moving parts where you can do a lot of different stuff with it.
When you have those longer shows too, and it's
Right.
the same band up there the whole time, it's nice to just see a little bit of
Right.
alteration just to keep things fresh,
Yeah.
Right.
So, but yeah, we're bringing the show to you guys. Like I said, they're hitting the road, and you can find again the full information on the website hpmoonlighters.com. But right after Focal Point, we got another St. Louis stop here at Tim's Chrome Bar on November 30th. Tulsa, Oklahoma on December 1st. Tulsa, Oklahoma on December 2nd. And that's Thelma's Peach and the Colony on those two shows, right?
That's right.
And then we're coming back home for a big one to close out the year. December 29th. Nick Gussman and the Coyotes and Yard Eagle and Hunter Peebles and the Moonlighters at Off-Broadway.
It's going to be a time.
That's that's going to be hot.
Yeah.
It's
It's gonna be
Be a lot of sound happening for sure.
And big shout out to Nick Gussman and the Coyotes for just fresh off of a European run. And
Yeah.
but yeah, I'm so excited for those guys, and it's cool to see them getting to branch out there and getting to do some. I mean, I know they've done it before, but like, I don't know, it's just cool. Like, really excited for them.
Yeah. Nick's a huge inspiration for sure, especially coming from a songwriter perspective.
Absolutely.
He's somebody
Another
I continue to learn from.
And just a work ethic standpoint. He's got his head down and he's focused and he's having fun, and you can see it.
Sure.
And that's special, man.
And that new shirt, I guess I got now.
Oh, that's great.
With all the caricatures. Yeah. That's
good.
amazing.
Yeah.
I love it.
Definitely gonna have to get one of them.
Absolutely.
But yeah, no, that'll be a fun bill, and Matt and Britton getting to double duty.
Yep.
Guys might as well just stay up there all night and play.
Yeah.
So,
It'll be nice switching instruments at least.
Yeah.
Though
Right.
it's also nice to dial it in and then just walk back up there and not have to then bring up an entire other rig of equipment, but it'll be fine.
yeah.
It'll be a good time.
Yeah. Well, yeah, very cool. Well, speaking of some of our friends, I was thinking about music, what we've been listening to. I mean, we've mentioned a couple of different names, but is there maybe a group or an artist lately that you guys really been, each individually that you think like needs to be more well known or just been on repeat for you or anything like that? Like you really been digging on lately? Anything?
Me and Hunter and Britton was there for a while. I went to the John R. Miller show that was in town, and I listened to his music a little bit. And, I thought it was cool, but I had never seen him, or I just kind of was a newer listener. And we went to the show, and it was an incredible show. They were so good. They were so tight. The show was such a show. It wasn't just like it was a bigger experience than that. So it was really cool seeing it. And so since then, the new record that they just released, I've been listening to that quite a lot, which is for modern music, and then just listen to a bunch of old stuff. So I'm trying to get more active on listening to modern music lately.
Yeah. I've been just over the last year or so, been just going back again and again to this group called Twain, kind of like an indie folk sort of group, and just beautiful songs and creative melodies, and like each album has like its own sound vibe to it. I'm not really sure even what to compare it to, but I love listening to those records.
Yeah, man. What about you guys?
I've been just about every day I listen to this dude, Zephaniah O'Hora, and he's a Nashville guy, but I think he's got 2 records out, but he sounds like 80s Merle Haggard.
Yeah.
And just every song is a masterpiece, I think. And I've been digging that a whole lot.
I have to check that out. I don't know.
It's well worth your time.
That's what's fun about asking these kind of questions, because like I haven't really heard any of these, so I'm gonna have to go do some homework.
Mm-hmm.
Some good research material.
I've been listening to Diesel Islands album.
Yeah.
Quite a bit because there's a bunch of just great songs on it, and they just Jesse Irwin, is a huge supporter of the group, but also a great friend to the group, and a good role model again, just for how to be a good dude.
Yeah.
And so I don't know, something about that has got me. I've been listening to their album pretty much every day for the last month or so.
Nice.
Yeah.
Bruton, you got one? What have you been jamming?
So I am a creature of habit, but I've been listening to just basically pretty much every day this one album by, I want to say, King Khan and the Shrines. I love it. And then I'll go directly after like some garage rock right into Johnny Paycheck. Don't Take Her, She's All I Got. Probably a couple times, and right after each other. But lately, which probably right around whenever we started playing together, I got hip to like the whole Deslans, and been listening to a lot of Ways. I think the album's name is Ways and Means.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the newest record of theirs.
Right.
Yeah, it's wholesome. It's groovy. There's a lot of feels to it.
Yeah.
And been liking that a lot. But it's hard to get out of like just wanting the urge to just go back to listening to like Norma Jean. Like hardcore kid.
All right. I mean, I'm with you, man. There's I think there's something about like just whether you tap into a little nostalgia or whatever, just like it feels good because it's like something comfortable that I listen to a ton of like 90s on 9 and stuff when I'm driving around. It just but as much as I love listening to that, I also love discovering new stuff all the time. So that's kind of
for sure.
So it's a balance, but it's fun to go back to those old favorites for sure. I would say I just saw them at their album release party, but it's been on repeat a lot, and because it's super fun. But MK Ultra recently changed their name to the Spook Lights and put out a new record.
Holy cow.
So if anybody, you might not know the name Spook Lights, but MK Ultra was doing some things for a bit, and just like I said, they kind of ran into issues with putting this record out with the name, so then they changed the band name to the Spook Lights, and it's
That's wild.
Maybe no one's gonna actually find our music.
Yeah, right.
When it's named. That's the tricky part about naming a band.
Right.
Yeah.
And the name worked well for them because it's Pat K and Ben Miller, so that's the M's and the K. But this is the record is so much fun. I know I think they put Banjo Tronica on as like a description. It is like hillbilly EDM. Like that's
I've seen them a number of times. And it's exactly that.
It's ridiculous, and they just up there playing with all their toys. They got synthesizer stuff going, but they also play like a little electric drum kit and banjo and Ben's got a lot of like homemade, like he's got a 2x4 with pickups on it that he plays, and it's like so they're really I don't know how they do it, but they figured it all out with mastering all these little instruments, and and the record itself is just all high energy, and if you going for a run or anything like that, or just there was a guy next to me the whole time during the show I felt like he was like in a some kind of step aerobics class or something. The guy was like all over the like he was really moving, man. Like he was had like high knees the whole time, like just. And I was cracking up, but like this is perfect for that. Just like the tempo that they play at a lot of these songs, like it's really gets your heart rate up. So. But yeah, check out MK or no, sorry, I keep wanting to say it, but Spook Lights, yeah, which is is cool because it's a Missouri reference also. So it's and they're all both of the guys from Missouri. Ben's from the Joplin area down south, and I think that's kind of where the Spook Lights come from down that way. So, but yeah. So as you guys are gearing up to hit the road and things, what like do you guys have? Obviously, you're gonna be a lot of driving and getting up and playing gigs, but do you have like some stops along the way you look forward to, or I know one for me. I love we got candies and stuff and snacks and
Candyman's here.
I love stopping at random small gas stations or big ones like Buc-ee's. I wish I can't wait for the Buc-ee's to open up in Springfield. I think it's coming soon to Springfield, Missouri. But I like stopping in at random small gas stations and finding snacks and things. Would you guys have something you look forward to we get on the road?
When we're up in Chicago, going to Portillo's.
Yeah, I was just going to say.
I'm from there, so definitely looking forward to. We're playing up there in December, January, yeah. And definitely like when I'm on the road or just up there and visiting family, going to Portillo's, getting Italian beef, hot dog. But then, visiting family up there and stuff like that. So it'll be a fun trip.
Yeah.
Soda. I like whenever places have interesting sodas, or like the fudge, like the biggest gas station in America. It's their down 55 quite a ways, but it's got they make like their fudge and they make
Wally's?
candy. Wally's.
Yeah, the one up. It's like 3 hours north of here.
That's what it is. Yeah.
They've got like 154 pumps or something crazy like that. It's nuts.
I look forward to those
and
ones.
that's what I love. Like those places are super special. I love every truck stop, especially if they have like a Hardee's attached to it. But
Especially a Love's.
Love's, I love Love's.
Love's is great.
It's except for when they have an Arby's. I skip those ones, but no, but like the Buc-ee's, the Wally's, or there's one other, Casey's. If I see a Casey's, I'll pull over
pizza.
every 20 miles to get another piece of pizza.
Yeah.
Drip on your
I'm
hand.
living too close to a Casey's anymore. I bought 6 pieces of pizzas from Casey's.
Yeah, you did.
Wow.
6, not just for me.
For
the fam,
but still
6.
I'm looking forward to hitting some small town fast food joints.
There's a way, but I don't know. We'll see.
But
The fast food's always better in a small town. So like driving
absolutely.
Very true.
on our way to places, stopping to like a McDonald's or Taco Bell in like a low population town, and it's going to be slapping.
If we
Because anytime you get fast food in the city, it's like, did you make this 3 days ago?
Those cheesy Fiesta.
Britton and I on the way up to Rose Bowl like a month or two ago.
Taco Bell KFC combo.
The Taco Bell KFC combo. We literally ordered both. It was great.
It was missing the Pizza Hut. There's a trifecta in there somewhere.
There's Forestell, Missouri. There's a TA truck stop out there, and they have a Popeyes, Pizza Hut, Taco Bell.
Dude.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
It's awesome.
Incredible.
If we, whatever van in the plethora that we can choose from, hopefully it's Rhonda and she's road ready, but I want to stop at every roadside attraction that we can. Just like if it's like the biggest mustard bottle, like, or
I want to touch it.
Yarn. What does that mustard
I think
taste
the
like?
biggest rocking chairs on the way to Chicago.
Biggest rocking chair. Let's get in that seat, boys.
I mean,
I know they have the
Greatest
biggest
Fudge
Trump
Factory's on the way to
biggest Trump statues also on the way.
Yeah, biggest Trump
Cool.
stand. Probably the biggest cross.
just in time for election.
Oh yeah. The Effingham cross.
The Effingham.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that thing.
I forget about that thing.
Thing is huge.
There.
Yeah.
But that's definitely
That's the
on
stuff that makes
on the
Especially
list for
traveling
sure.
in the Midwest, fun because there's not a lot to see in the Midwest.
Yeah, so when you see something,
Yeah,
you're
when
like,
there is something, you're like, oh,
we're gonna stop.
This is special.
yeah.
Going to the truck stops, finding like the wolf figurine with your name on it. That's cool.
All right. I just saw a video like scrolling through Instagram reels, and this guy was talking about that, like that people on the coast think that Midwest has no culture, and he's like, you're wrong because they have truck stops. And he's like, you want to know about culture? You go. Dude,
Listen here, boy.
Truck stops are propping up the entire distribution of beef jerky in the country.
Absolutely.
So
It's so expensive. Why is it so expensive? There's
Dude,
so many.
I don't know why. But Bucky's beef jerky is not even that expensive, I don't think.
It's not.
he talked about how you can get like a whole wardrobe. You can go get the shirts and all the stuff. You can get
$50 if you
Blankets.
have nothing, not even an identity. You can get
right.
everything you need to live for like a week
And a shower.
And a shower. You're gonna wait 3 hours for
And
it,
some
but you're gonna
Hardee's.
get a shower.
Yeah, you can do all your Christmas shopping at Love's if you
Yeah.
wanted to.
I might this year actually.
Yeah.
I haven't started. So.
Yeah, we stopped. We went to Orange Beach, Alabama for
Yeah.
That was our last week.
for our anniversary, and there was like a Buc-ee's like not far from there, and we had to make sure to stop on the way out and get breakfast. And but I'm a big fan, and I just think it's ridiculous that you can I tell the story. It makes me laugh because like the one time I went in Nashville, like we stopped early, like at 5:30 or whatever it was, and we walk in the door and the guy yells, "We got fresh brisket on the block." I was like, holy shit, dude! I didn't even hardly woke up, and this guy's got fresh brisket.
You already know how your day's
That's
going
gonna
to
be my
go.
new alarm
Yeah.
clock.
All right. So I was like, man, Buc-ee's knows how to party, man.
It's for real.
Say it louder for the people in the back.
Yeah.
So I've never gotten beef jerky that came in butcher paper before. That's some real stuff.
All right.
It's good.
But yeah, I mean, all this talk, I'm getting hungry.
Yeah.
We
I made some lasagna for you.
I appreciate that. Definitely hitting that. So
My dad harvested a deer, so we got some fresh deer in there.
shout out to Dad.
Thanks, Gib.
Thanks, Dad.
So we're already checking a lot of things off the list with the EP, some tour dates, and some really nice venues. But what I mean, do we have? What else are we looking to do with this group? I mean, obviously we're just getting started, getting warmed up. I mean, do you guys have a kind of a bucket list still to check off? I mean, or what are we? looking
I
at?
think just continuing to keep our eye open for like touring bands coming through town to try to get on the opening bills with them, familiarize ourselves with that group of people at that echelon. And also when this EP comes out, I really want to try to shop it around, see if we can't get any kind of attention from labels and potentially get like a distribution deal or just see if there's anything that they're willing to throw at us, any way that we can to like continue to take this group to higher levels.
Yeah.
And I think that's one of the better ways that we can do it, is continue to do the things that we are doing already, but always looking for what's the next step for how we can continue to grow.
Yeah, it's not like this isn't like a fun thing that we did. Like this is a band,
Yeah.
It
is a fun thing, but it's
Right.
also like we're trying to really just take this as far as it can go.
yeah.
And I think like the sound is there. Like you guys, especially like seems like currently the kind of more classic country sound is really getting hot. Like a lot of people are doing really well in this vein of music. So if you like this, if you like that, well, it was like we got plenty more for you. So
Yeah.
I think it's just a matter of time getting it right into the right ears, and
Yeah.
so I think it'll be cool. Like I said, when this EP's out, we can actually have a product to show off of what you guys can do and get that out to as many people as you can.
Right. Just continuing to write songs.
Yeah, it's just one foot in front of the other.
Sure.
Yeah.
All around, like we're all doing our parts, and we're doing a great job of, delegating tasks, but it's only happening because we're excited. And as long as we keep the fire, I think productivity will keep happening, and as long as we're happy, we'll keep doing it.
Yeah.
Sing it louder.
I don't know the word.
What is it? Talking Heads? What is that?
Billy.
The boss.
Yeah, that's Billy Joel.
Oh, yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah, hopefully maybe in the summer too, as things come back around for summer activities, maybe get some festivals and different things too.
Yeah, we would love to get on festivals for sure.
Yeah. So yeah, it could be another good opportunity to get in front of a lot of people. So hopefully those opportunities will come a knocking.
Got our fingers crossed for Open Highway. We had a lot of very generous friends responding to the Facebook group for them whenever John Henry is asking, what groups do you want to see at Open Highway? And there's almost always one or two people that put our names in there.
Yeah.
So got high hopes for that.
Feels good.
And we're also talking about just doing some more extensive touring over the summer as well, because we'll have a lot more availability open up.
Yeah. Now does that, like when you do that stuff, are you, a lot of these are co-bills with locals?
It's kind of all over the place.
Yeah.
It's sometimes if you might get a brewery and they might just say, just come in here and play for 3 hours. We have a built-in crowd.
Right.
Or it's like, getting gigs through another band where you are playing with them because you reached out to them versus the venue. Most of the time when you reach out to venues, they want a local band on the bill.
Some guarantee that there will be some people coming that
good practice habit if you're booking gigs as a band that's touring is to find the band before you even reach out to the venue, because if you can do their job for them, then there's a more likelihood of them being willing to do it versus you can play, you're some band that I've never heard of, and then now I have to go find a local band that's willing to play with this band that I've never heard of. So that's always tricky. But so it's kind of just an array of things, but all of our shows they're currently booked out of town, which there's about 8 of them, are all with other bands, right? I believe
for the most part. Trying to think if there's any exceptions, but
I think they are. I think that all of them are with
Rose
other
Bowls.
groups.
Are we on our own at Rose Bowl?
No.
Okay.
And I think that's also kind of the philosophy that we've taken is, play the perimeters and like make some friends outside of St. Louis and make the people in St. Louis want to come pay to see us rather than play all the time in St. Louis where then you're wearing them out. You're not playing the rooms that really speak to what your band sounds like, the goal you're going for. And we've been nice and choosy about which rooms we've even played. And I think that's, that all builds up to a culmination of, people wanting your ticket being desired, And
it lets us make those shows, more special.
Yeah. Even to play.
Like, oh, you're getting the same show that you're going to get 4 nights a week. It's like, no, you're going to get a fantastic show,
Yeah, with new things, new elements,
Like, gives us time to work it up too.
Totally.
We can do the little things,
Yeah. Well, like we talked about earlier, a big one would be one of those special events being November 25th, Focal Point, St. Louis, Missouri. That's Thanksgiving weekend. So
gobble gobble.
Yeah, it got me thinking. What's your favorite Thanksgiving Day item? Like, do you have a?
That's so tough.
I'm gonna do some stuffing.
Stuffing.
Mm-hmm. Can I pick 2?
I'll allow it.
I gotta go with a sweet and a savory. With the sweet, it's got to be like sweet potato casserole.
Yeah.
For the savory, the right kind of stuffing just really hits.
Mm-hmm.
What is the right kind?
My uncle's recipe.
Yeah.
Stofers all the way. Box Stofers, $59.99.
Lots
I mean,
of cornmeal and
59
turkey
cents.
Yeah, for me, it's something about the end of the plate with the roll and the mashed potatoes, and then all of just everything that's mixed in there, and then wiping that up and eating it.
Waterbug needs to
my
get out of my
favorite part.
head because I was thinking the last swap of the plate. That's exactly what
when
I was
you
thinking. That's
really
crazy.
shouldn't eat another bite, and you're like, I'm sending this one over the
Oh
edge.
man,
Yeah.
send it.
I think I don't ever have green bean casserole unless it's Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
I never have it. And
Right.
so I think it's probably that.
I feel like that's one of those things that was invented just for Thanksgiving. You don't see it anywhere
It's
else.
amazing.
It's like that. Those little pineapple things. They're always there.
All right.
Mom
So,
makes a good spinach casserole.
so what about your least favorite? What do you guys skip every
Green
week?
bean casserole.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm actually with Rick on that one.
Truthfully, I'm probably gonna get some hate for this, but the gelatin cranberry sauce.
Yeah.
I never go for
skip
that.
that. I skip.
I never
ham.
go for that either.
A lot of people love that, but I don't even know if I've ever had it, and I think that's maybe my problem.
Yeah, it's
Some people
really
swear
my
by
thing.
it though.
Some people
I don't
love
know.
it.
Turn that into like a Jello shot, though.
Not very hard.
Whoa.
Now the boys are buzzing. Now the boys are buzzing.
the cranberry malort shot.
Honestly,
Well,
Yeah,
you
that-
might be honest.
That might actually be
Thanksgiving
Make
at
it
my house
tolerable.
this year.
Yeah.
the
Make what, the cranberry
the cranberry malort Jello shot. Oh god,
That's it. That's the only thing.
malort
I'm
tastes
bringing
like
to the party.
something you find under your sink.
My friends
Hey, it
Tasted a
works.
lot of things in my sink.
my friends the cover letter introduced me to Malort the first time, and I did shots with them on the pod, and yeah, it's intense,
Yeah.
but
It's not for me,
It
but
does the
it's,
trick,
you know.
man. It'll make you make you feel all right.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's it's kind of funny. That's got like a whole life of its own, man. That Malort, and I don't know. Like I said, it's been around for a long time, but it seems like it's like really blown up lately. So I think the internet helped with that for sure.
Definitely.
Yeah,
Didn't it used to just be like a Chicago thing?
I
Then
think
it like
so.
kind of branched out.
I don't know, Matt. Was it?
Malort?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't. Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm simultaneously shopping for a new volume pedal right now on my phone. If you order a Chicago handshake at most dive bars, it's two of the things I dislike. I don't dislike Malort, but I don't love it. But it's an old style beer, which I remember growing up and me and all my friends' parents having old style in the fridge in the garage and drinking it as like a high schooler and thinking it was terrible because it was that or MGD, like Miller Genuine Draft. And I could never, now I can't get that taste in my mouth of like when you have a kid and your first beer, it's never good, you know? And so I like remember having that. But anyway, growing up, Malort was never a thing when I was younger, but when I was in college, all of a sudden it kind of started to become this huge thing in Chicago. And now they're like, they claim it as their own. So
yeah, yeah. Well, I guess
Good
we
stuff.
need. Can't wait to see the Jello shots for Thanksgiving, man.
yeah.
Lord Jello shot.
Invites in the
They'll
mail.
be at the EP release show
There we go.
at the merch table.
Yeah.
Get them quick because we don't have any refrigeration system, so they'll be melting quickly.
You wear
Yeah.
the breakaway jeans to Thanksgiving and bring Malort.
I break them away, so I'm just lined in Malort cranberry shots.
We're gonna have to
See
delete
you
it.
there.
We're gonna have to
Yeah.
cut that part out. This is too good. We don't want anybody stealing that.
Right,
audio.
right.
Trademark.
Yeah.
TM.
Real hot shit. Copyright.
All right. Yeah. Do you guys have any kind of maybe like family tradition or anything different at your Thanksgiving you think that you look forward to?
We have Mexican food.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, my mom really enjoys. Well, she's from Roswell, New Mexico, and so we always have
Aliens.
aliens. We always have aliens. It's an alien themed dinner. But but yeah, so we have like either like Texas tort or enchiladas and stuff like that, burritos,
Yeah.
just a whole fiesta, and then we siesta.
Hell yeah. I can get behind that.
I have one of my mom's side, grandma and grandpa always do breakfast, and that's always been nice because my Thanksgiving stuff is done by like 10 a.m.
Nice.
And so I just hang out the rest of the day most of the time. So that's the only kind of weird thing
Yeah.
that has always been a thing.
My tradition as a kid was to watch South Park in the other room with my cousins when we were supposed to be watching it when I was like in 4th grade or something. So other than that, pretty typical suburban Thanksgiving experience.
Yeah.
Oh, I have a new tradition. It's sleeping in Matt's parents' basement while they all have Thanksgiving dinner and sleeping right through
This
it.
is a quick funny story. Me and Britton were on tour, I think. I don't know. Or no, we were on a tour. We went up to Chicago for a concert.
Twin
Just
Peaks.
To go see Twin Peaks, yeah. And it was Thanksgiving like a few days before that or something. I don't even remember. But there was a bunch of leftovers and my family had made breakfast and Britton got pretty drunk the night before. And anyway, passed out in the basement where he was supposed to be sleeping. But then we ate breakfast and he didn't get up, and then
It's so nice.
It's dark
in
down
that
there.
basement. It's dark. It's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't hear anything.
and then
Pull out bed's comfy.
and then we
Could've happened
ate
anyway.
breakfast and hung out. We ate breakfast and hung out, and then the day went on, and we went out and played with my dog, and like hung out with my dad and did some stuff around the yard, and then we had lunch, which was leftovers from Thanksgiving, and it was like really good, and we were just enjoying that. And then it was about 4 p.m. and Britton got up, and then we left to go back to St. Louis. And my
They gave me
mom
a
made
to-go
him a
box.
to-go box.
And I ate it on the way home, and it was
Yeah.
delicious.
Yeah.
So thank you for that.
That was a hectic day because we like I went to a wedding reception, then or a wedding an engagement party, then picked Britton up from a show he was playing in Chicago. Then we drove to a
Office,
show, partied, and then went to my parents' house, partied some more, and then woke up the next day. Anyway, that's
Traditions.
tradition.
You got to start them somewhere.
Traditions.
It's that rock and roll lifestyle, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think the only real like tradition is my uncle always plays Planes, Trains, and Automobiles.
Beautiful movie.
Yeah. So
Great, yeah.
that's my my yearly watching of that movie and laughing hysterically. So that's really about it. Like, I mean, otherwise we, unfortunately, a lot of like my grandparents all passed. So like, and when they did, like, family all kind of started doing their own things. Like all my aunts and uncles have like a tons of kids, and all their kids now have kids. So all of our individual families now are gotten too big where it's hard for all of us to get together. But when my grandparents were around, it was like, we all did get together. So everybody's making their own new traditions, which is exciting for them. But it's not the same as when I was a kid and we all got together and stuff. It was a lot of fun then. Mm-hmm. But yeah, so, but yeah, man. Well, you, again, you can dance off your Thanksgiving dinner at the Focal Point and come have a good time with us over there. And, but yeah, I'm really excited for you boys. I'm excited to see where this thing takes you guys. Cause, like I said, just getting warmed up. We got, the CP, we got tour, we got a lot of cool things in the works, and you can find it all again at your Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, hpmoonlighters.com, and
all the mediums.
Yeah. But I appreciate you guys spending some time with me today and hanging out and sharing some snacks and some lasagna. And but yeah, let's do it again soon.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Thank
Love
you,
you.
man.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Thanks, Shane.
Love you guys. Thank you.
All right, love you.
Bye, everyone.
Peace.
Mwah.